Hello you guys and welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about something that brought me down a rabbit hole of information. I'm telling you 6 to 7 hours of research into this topic. Today we're going to talk about a recent IM Academy settlement and lawsuit and continued litigation that is going on, and how to the FTC they have been selling a lie. And that lie is financial freedom. So let's break down this $1 billion lawsuit that is going on between the FTC, the state of Nevada, and IM Academy. So I want to go through this MLM and kind of what brought them to this point. So IM Academy is an MLM that focuses on selling people courses that essentially teach you how to invest, how to do Forex, things like that. So it's essentially you buying into a course MLM that's going to teach you how to invest your money. Investments in the last couple of years have become a huge thing that's talked about on the internet, how to invest, why investing is important, and things like that. So this MLM has definitely tried to hit that market with this concept. So based on doing my research, the average an individual would spend in this MLM is roughly around $400 or more, where they were promised that they could get rich off of joining the company and using their platform to essentially invest and to learn how to invest. Most importantly, not only can you purchase access to being educated on how to do investments, but you could also become an MLM rep where you earned commissions off of those under you. And we know that's what makes up an MLM. So this company really relied on the recruitment of others in order to attempt to earn substantial income. And I use the quotations because it's not as substantial as many people are thinking. So the main way that people in IM Academy were able to reel people in was recruiting people based off of this lavish lifestyle impression that they were posting on social media and using a lot of deceptive sales practices that the FTC is not so happy with. Something that's really important for me to address with this company is the amount of rebrands that they have had before we get into the legal issues that they're having. So this company currently is not even called IM Academy. For me, it's the easiest thing to call them. It's the thing they're known most for. So that is what I'm going to be calling them in this video. But this brand has rebranded and made a new name 4 different times. And clearly, my assumption on the rebrand is the reason that MLMs like to rebrand this much and this often is because they want to get away from like the scrutiny that's happening not only with MLMs, but with their MLM specifically. And they also want to try and scurry away from legal issues. So my assumption is that this company is doing that. For me, when I'm looking at this, this shows how much more difficult it is for new people to figure out the company. Because if you're researching the new name, the old name may not pop up. The old name that they were known for all over the internet, the lawsuits, the illegal issues they've had under that old name, when they come up with a new name and they rebrand, it's going to be harder for consumers to figure out that that company has a lot of legal issues. They originally were called iMarkets Life. Then they became IM Academy. Then they became IM Mastery Academy. So they just like added a word to it. And then their most recent company name change happened in November of 2024. They changed their name to IYOVIA, so IYOVIA, and no, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm just going to be calling them IM Academy in this video. But yeah, to me, companies rebrand like this and are constantly changing their name because they have something to hide from. That's just my opinion. Too bad today's lawsuit recognized all 4 names, and they said, yeah, y'all are changing names, but that's not changing this lawsuit, which I love. So before we get into this US lawsuit, we need to quickly review the international issues that this MLM has had and has faced, which was wild. So when I was going to research this, I was like, I'm going to look into the lawsuit. That's what I know is happening. And then that brought me to all of these international issues that this company has been having. So not only is this company facing legal issues here in the United States, they've also been subjected to legal issues in many other countries. So for example, in Belgium and Poland, this company has been officially banned from allegedly operating as a pyramid scheme. Then we have in Spain, the police actually investigated this company and people within it, and they did arrest a group of people for fraud, essentially saying y'all are frauding people when you're promoting this company. So again, this company has shown consistently a pattern of being called out for legal issues, allegedly being pyramid schemes, for frauding people. And now it's brought me to the United States, where we're seeing this most recent lawsuit. So the most recent lawsuit complaint occurred on May 1st of 2025. The FTC in Nevada took the steps to file a complaint against multiple people involved in IM Academy. Not only the owners of the company, but MLM reps within the company. So the defendants in this lawsuit and in this complaint are Chris Terry and his wife Iris Terry. Both of them actually co-own this company. You also have defendants Jason Brown and Alex Morton, who are officers of this company. And then you have defendants Rosa and Boyd, who are actually salespeople within the company. So not only is the FTC going after officers of the company and the owners, but they're going after salespeople. And specifically in the complaint, it says that Rosa and Boyd are salespeople who have earned millions of dollars using the IML's training services and the business ventures. So now let's talk about the main things that are in this complaint. And I'm going to be reading this from the complaint itself. This complaint alleges multiple different things, but 7 things are like the main things that they are referencing. So number 1, they stated, since at least 2018, defendants have operated a large deceptive investment training scheme targeting young adults, including Black and Latino consumers. Since 2019, the scheme has operated under the name IM Mastery Academy and is also known as IML IM Academy. So in November 2024, the defendants rebranded their scheme under the name IYOVIA, but the services offered and marketed methods remain fundamentally the same. Number 2, defendants represent that IML instructors will teach consumers how to make a significant income trading in the foreign exchange, cryptocurrency, and stock markets without these instructors or so-called trainers having any formal education or credentials to back up the success that they state they are having. So not only do they say that they are operating a large deceptive investment scam where they are targeting majority Black and Latino consumers, but they're also stating that they like to call people in the company trainers and educators, and these people have no formal training in investing money. It's like any other MLM. We know that in any MLM, the people that are reps or the people who represent the company as the salespeople have no formal training at all, even though they present that they do. So number 3, it says defendants also represent that consumers can make significant income by joining IML as salespeople and receiving commissions for selling the services and by recruiting other people to join. Number 4, defendants marketed this company by showcasing supposed profitable trades, images, and videos of luxurious and expensive lifestyles funded by trading profits and IML commissions, statements about gaining financial freedom, and other claims conveying the impression that purchasers of these services are likely to make significant income. Defendants make their deceptive earning claims online through social media platforms, through telemarketing, and at live events. Number 5, this complaint goes on to say that the defendants lack support for their lavish and often made up false earnings. In truth, a substantial percentage of purchasers of the company lose money trading. And on top of that, they receive hefty company fines with the company data proving this. So the last 2 things that I thought were really important to mention was number 6, it said that defendants profit handsomely from the deceptive earning claims of their salespeople, which have generated more than $1.242 billion in worldwide sales since 2018. Instead of disciplining, and this is crucial, or terminating high-earning salespeople when confronted with evidence of their deceptive earning claims, CEO Chris Terry often reward those people with lucrative payouts. Defendants Alex Morton, Jason Brown, and Matt Rosa have even instructed IML salespeople on how to make those claims while escaping the detection of the compliance program and law enforcement. So not only is this MLM lying, right, allegedly, they're not educated in how to do this at all, they are also, the CEO himself, allegedly, is going out there and rewarding people with payouts when the lying occurs, and multiple people within the company and salespeople go around telling people how to lie. They're literally taught how to lie, how to not get caught by law enforcement, and how to not get caught by the actual company's compliance. But to me, if the own CEO is kind of giving you these lucrative buyouts, why is their company's compliance program actually going to do anything to steer you away from doing it? That's my opinion. Number 7, the complaint goes on to say that no fewer than 21 international government agencies have issued warnings about this scam, and that they have previously sent out warnings to multiple of the individuals in this complaint within the last 4 years, and those warnings were ignored. So this company's in deep crap. They have 21 and above, government agencies that have issued warnings about this so-called scam that they've identified to be a scam. And then they've also sent warning letters, and this company and the individuals within it have ignored it. So what are some of the claims inside the complaint and kind of like the examples and proof that the FTC is using? So on page of the lawsuit, it's 71 pages. It's a lot of pages. But on page 71, it starts talking about and showing like screenshots and examples, a bunch of them, by the way, pages and pages of examples of these claims. One example they showed, it said, defendant Morton in the October 22 sales media post depicted below wrote, quote, "It wasn't until that moment I knew somehow, some way I could eventually turn my yearly income into my weekly income." Sounds crazy, I know, but once you realize the power you have as a human being, you'll expand your mind, grow your awareness, increase your actions, and have the ability to 100 times your results. So here's one of the people who are in the lawsuit, Alex Morton, and one of the posts he's made. There's also a screenshot from what looks like a video and photo. So it says defendant Morton posted on Instagram in April 2022 with the following image that said, "Skyrocket your income." He also posted YouTube videos entitled "Skyrocket Your Income and Earn Your First 100K" in April and August of 2024, and both of those videos were still up in December. If we keep scrolling, here's another figure of a screenshot of a social media posting, and it says, "An IML salesperson posted this following image on or about June 28 of 2020 of her holding a stack of cash alongside a receipt for a withdrawal from an online broker." So in this lawsuit, I could keep going with how much they are talking and referencing all of these IML people, saying things like you can make money in minutes. So there is literally 8 pages of content that is in this complaint showing not only the people in the lawsuit that they're having a complaint against are posting these things, but the reps themselves also are. And it must be a very scary thing for the reps themselves to be in a complaint like this, but it shows how crucial it is to not participate in MLMs, because not only can the company get in trouble, but you can. They can sue you. The state can sue you that you live in. The FTC can sue you if you are making money off the backs of other people while lying. So I think that a lot of people get into MLMs and they don't recognize that they can literally be sued by the FTC itself, or they can be put in a complaint like this and they can get in a lot of legal trouble, and they're going to spend tens of thousands of dollars trying to get out of this legal trouble instead of not doing it in the first place, because a lot of people still don't know that they shouldn't be doing this or making these kind of claims, or they're told that they can and to just ignore it. So now let's move on to the settlement. So since this complaint was launched, 3 defendants on August 7th of 2025, so within the past couple of weeks, have secured a settlement. So not everyone in this case has earned a settlement, meaning it's not over. Only 3 people in this complaint have. So there's still litigation to be done, and clearly I will update you guys as that continues. But here's the settlement that 3 of the individuals have gotten. So those who received the settlement were Jason Brown, Matthew Rosa, and Global Dynasty Network LLC. So this LLC is actually Matthew and Jason's LLC itself, based on the information that I've seen online. So them 2 and the LLC that's attached to them and is their company got this settlement. So the FTC stated that these 2 individuals were 2 of the most highly compensated salespeople for the IM Mastery Academy scheme. They made deceptive earnings claims and instructed salespeople on how to make such claims without being detected. As detailed in the complaint, Brown was also a corporate officer of IM Mastery Academy and hired a third party to post fake positive reviews about IM Mastery Academy under a pseudonym. So these people just love to lie. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm hearing. MLMs are lies, which we know, but sometimes the people within it knowingly lie and do things to get themselves up and to make more money off the backs of other people. Let's continue. According to the complaint, Brown and Rosa collectively earned more than $36 million from this scheme, while most of those funds were channeled through Brown and Rosa's company, Global Dynasty Network. So not only did they earn $36 million from this scam, from this MLM, from this company, but they took that money and funneled it through their LLC. Wild. So it says the proposed order with Global Dynasty Network imposes a $36 million judgment, which will be suspended after they pay $2.5 million. So if these individuals pay the $2.5 million with no issues and not violate violating this settlement, they will not have to pay back the entire $36 million. So when you do a settlement, it also normally comes with like a proposed order of what the individuals within the settlement aren't allowed to continue to do. So it came up with 4 different ones for them. So I'm going to read those for you guys. So it permanently prohibits Brown Rosa and their LLC from 1, making any representation about potential earnings without having written evidence that those claims are typical for consumers. 2, they are prohibited from misrepresenting or assisting in the misrepresentation of any good or service they market or sell. 3, violating the telemarketing sales rule, including by making any misrepresentations about earning potentials or profitability. And they are prohibited from offering any good or service on a negative option basis without clearly and conspicuously disclosing and obtaining consumers' express consent before charging their card. So they're pretty much not allowed to do anything like make a false claim again or they're done. So now we have the ongoing lawsuit. So the other 2 people mentioned in the original complaint are the co-owners of the company, Christopher and Isis, like I already told you guys about. And on August 21st, a letter was released, or an article was released from the FTC, which brought this on my radar. And it stated a preliminary injunction against the co-owners, halting their activities and requiring them to preserve their assets. So because of this preliminary injunction, where they are having to halt their activities and preserve their assets, this has caused them to be forced into suspending their company. So as of right now, you cannot join IM Academy. It is suspended. It also prohibits them from doing these 4 things. If you want to pause the video and read these, you totally can. But it's essentially saying things like they're not allowed to make earnings claims, misrepresent themselves, the facts, or their company. They can't fail to disclose things, and they can't violate certain rules, right, from the FTC. So as you can see, this lawsuit is still ongoing. It's not had a resolution as of me filming this, and I'm filming this August 31st of 2025. So when I get an update on this complaint or this lawsuit, or if a settlement was had, whatever it may be, I will definitely do a follow-up video for that and report that to you. But as of currently, they are suspended, and they have announced that on their website. IM Academy has officially suspended its operations. We are committed to winding down the company in an orderly and transparent manner. During this period, we are prioritizing responsible closure and ensuring that all relevant matters are addressed appropriately. If you have any questions or concerns, email us at this email and we will respond in a timely and respectful manner. Thank you for understanding and for your past support. So it does say officially suspended its operations. It doesn't say officially closed, like they're done. So to me, it's a little bit questionable. Are they just suspending it currently because they were told that they essentially had to protect their assets, meaning they had to suspend the company, or are they going to attempt to start back up again? Who knows? We don't know until the FTC comes out with either a settlement or they go through this lawsuit and it gets a resolution. Whew, that was a lot of information. So what are my concluding thoughts? I don't have many, but I have some. But for me, I am so glad that the FTC is doing this. I feel like there's been many times where I've made videos in the past where I've called out deceptive claims from over 15 different companies, the companies themselves, the reps. I've exposed it, I've showed it, and we've seen the FTC do things. We've seen the FTC send out warning letters. We've seen the FTC go after companies. And what else have we seen? We have seen so many companies in the year of 2025, which I've been gone most of the time for, so I'm sad that I haven't made many videos about it. But we have seen so many companies in the last year restructuring. Like they're no longer an MLM. They're just an affiliate-based company where you can just get like a percentage of money if someone buys through your link, right? So they're going from MLMs to affiliate marketing because these companies are scared. They're scared, they know their income's going down, and they know they're just, is a matter of time before the FTC or their state comes after them for what it is that they're doing. So to me, this case and the things that we've been seeing the past year is a huge win for us, but it's also a big win for consumers. So ensuring to protect consumers from false and deceptive marketing and not letting people spend their hard-earned money on false promises and lies and deceptive marketing, I don't like. So I'm glad that we have lawsuits like this and complaints like this happening and just have seen so many MLMs change their structure as of recently. I hope this video and all the other ones that I've done in the past have kind of showcased how important it is to continue to talk about these MLMs and educate on them, because as we can see, people are still being scammed. They talked about billions and billions of dollars from 2018 to today. day. So we're seeing that these MLMs are still there. They may just be more hidden. They may not be outwardly out as much anymore, but we're still seeing them. People are still being scammed out of billions of dollars in these types of companies that rely on the downfall of 99% of their reps. So I hope this video kind of helps to educate people who have been in this company or have thought about joining this company, kind of shows a little bit of background on what this company is and what they have been doing. So this is a major win in my book. Let me know how you all think about this lawsuit, complaint, settlement with the individuals that got the settlement, and what you guys have been feeling about all of these MLMs restructuring, and what's your take on that happening, because I've been loving every moment of it. I know I have not been posting videos, but in general, I still was watching things. I was still seeing, ooh, this MLM came out with an announcement. I just wasn't on YouTube and I wasn't posting those videos, but I was still seeing. I was still watching the companies from time to time and looking at them. So it is awesome to see those things. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you guys have any videos you want me to do or different topics you want me to do, from scams to influencer scams to company scams to MLM scam, definitely let me know. I have thought of doing a video on the Modere closure and any other MLMs that have closed within the past 7 months, because I have not been able to make a video on them, but I just wasn't sure if you guys would be interested in hearing the behind the scenes of all of that and kind of what's come from it in the past 7 months, because it was months ago. So let me know if you guys are still interested in those topics, and I will see you guys in the next video. So I Am Academy is an MLM that focused on and even more rebranded. Oh no. So this is the FTC is sticking to, oh, someone is right in front of my bedroom. Most importantly, not can you